So I hope थोड़ा सा याद होगा maxillary anesthesia. And I repeat again, if you want to sleep, पीछे जाके सो जाओ. So there is a basic difference between the maxillary bone and mandibular bone. In it that we know in maxillary bone, the cortical bone, it is thinner as compared to the mandibular bone. In the mandible, the cortex is thick, okay? And the maxillary bone is more porous. So in maxilla, achieving local anesthesia is far easier as compared to mandible, okay? Owing to two reasons, porous bone and thin cortical bone. So, most of the time, single tooth, two teeth, three teeth procedure, you can achieve anesthesia only with infiltration. Okay, you don't need to give blocks. Okay, and in case of blocks also, you have the site where we want to deposit the LA, the injection site. It is pretty close to the soft tissue. It is easily palpable, except for the PSA. PSA may be in majority of the cases it works fine, because even if you don't give the LA at the proper site, वो infiltration से act हो जाता है. Okay, so if you're giving block for 7 and 8, आपने proper site पे नहीं दिया, but it will act as an infiltration. पूरा block नहीं होगा, but it will anesthetize 7 and 8 at least. Okay, so that is why it is very easy to achieve anesthesia in maxilla, but in mandible, it is difficult. As I mentioned earlier, cortical bone is thicker, and it is not that porous, the trabecular pattern. So you can compare the two bones. This is mandible. You can see the cortical bone here, it is very thick as compared to the maxillary bone. Can you see? So for your reference, those were diagrams. These were CT scans. These are CT scans. You can see in the mandible, you have a very thick cortical bone. So the local anesthesia solution, it finds it hard to pass through this cortical bone and reach the apices. Okay? Whereas in maxilla, the cortical bone is very thin. Okay? So you can achieve anesthesia easily. So in this case, mandible, usually the cortical bone is thick. Another thing, in the molar region especially, it is way thicker because there is presence of the external oblique ridge, and it is a purely cortical structure. So because of that, on the buccal aspect of the molars at least, we have a way thicker cortical bone. Okay? And in some patients, it is not, usually it goes down obliquely, but in some patients it is more horizontal, almost up till the premolars also. So it is difficult to achieve anesthesia in mandible using infiltration, in the molar region especially. Okay, so that is why you need to have a good knowledge of mandibular blocks in, especially at least the procedures that you are going to perform. So that is why I am going to cover mandibular nerve blocks. So before that, we need to talk about some anatomy. I'm sure Gargi ne padhaya hoga, but just a refresher course. So first you need to know about coronoid notch. Coronoid notch, what is it? It is the deepest portion of the anterior border of the ramus, which is this part. Okay. Then you need to know about pterygomandibular raphe. Okay. It looks like a thin mucosal band in the intraoral cavity, in the mouth. So what is a raphe, pterygomandibular raphe? It is not a ligament, it is just the junction of two muscles. Okay, I'll show you a video. Yeah, so can you see this? This is the buccinator muscle. Then we have a superior constrictor muscle that is present in the walls of the pharynx. Okay, so the point, the junction where these two muscles unite, okay, that is called as pterygomandibular raphe. And then you can see just lateral to this superior constrictor muscle, we have the medial pterygoid muscle. Let's see. Okay, so this is the buccinator muscle, superior constrictor muscle, and this is the pterygomandibular raphe. Okay? So this is the pterygomandibular raphe, and we have this medial pterygoid muscle. Rotate kar. Okay, so you can see lateral to the superior constrictor, we have the medial pterygoid muscle, which is pretty close to the pterygomandibular raphe. Okay? And we are going to insert the needle at this site. Okay, so it is pretty close to the medial pterygoid muscle. Okay, this is going to come into play later on in the complication section at least. Okay, then I hope you remember there is parotid gland at the posterior border of the ramus. घूम जाओ. So this is the parotid gland. If we view it from the superior aspect, you can see it engulfs the posterior border of the ramus. Okay. So when we give inferior alveolar nerve block, our needle might go into the parotid gland and we might accidentally deposit the local anesthesia solution in the parotid gland. And parotid gland may we have the facial nerve, and that will lead to facial nerve palsy, which will be temporary, of course, but that is a complication. So another thing, just a first quick refresher about the nerve branches. This is the inferior alveolar nerve, which is going into the mandibular foramen. We have the lingual nerve, and this is the buccal nerve, which crosses the anterior border of the ramus and supplies the buccal periosteum and the mucosa. Okay. And if you see this inferior alveolar nerve, जहाँ पे भी nerve रहेगी, it is going to supply that area. So it is going into the ramus through the mandibular foramen. So it is going to supply the inferior portion, inferior half of the ramus, and it is inside the mandible. So it is going to supply the body of the mandible and the teeth, okay, and the surrounding tissue. So mental foramen के बाहर we see the mental nerve that is coming out. It is going to supply the labial mucoperiosteum anterior to the mental foramen and the lip region, okay. And at the mental foramen, at the point where the mental foramen is present, our inferior alveolar nerve, it divides into two branches. Okay, the one that comes out of the mental foramen is the mental nerve, and the one that continues inside is the incisive nerve. Now, you remember that this nerve, inferior alveolar nerve, it continues in the mandible, inside the mandibular canal. Okay, so now this canal continues as a single canal. Okay, but beyond this point, beyond the mental foramen, it is called as incisive canal. It is one single structure, but beyond the mental foramen, it is called as incisive canal, and before the mental foramen, it is mandibular canal. Okay. So this is just the same thing. If you see, you have the mental nerve coming out of the mental foramen. You have the inferior alveolar nerve going inside the mandibular foramen, and now you are going to see the incisive nerve that is supplying the anterior teeth, premolar to central incisors. Okay. So before any injection, you need to know something about basic injection techniques. मैं इसमें डिटेल में नहीं जाऊंगा, ये टेक्स्ट बुक में लिस्ट दी हुई है, बट अकॉर्डिंग टू मी द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट स्टेप्स इन दिस आर these two: communicate with the patient and communicate with the patient. Talk to the patient. So if you talk to the patient, majority of the pain, the anxiousness, it is elevated, like it is removed as the patient becomes comfortable with you. Okay, apprehension कम करना है patient का. So now we come to the actual topic, that is techniques of mandibular anesthesia. We have different techniques, but तुम्हें मैं basically जो textbook में दिया है, the one that you are more concerned with, we're going to talk about that more. I'll give running commentary, like passing comments दे दूंगा थोड़े, which are not given in the textbook, but we sometimes use them. Anyways, so we have mandibular anesthesia. Intraoral techniques, they are subdivided into two categories: open mouth technique and closed mouth techniques. Closed mouth technique में एक ही है Vazirani echinosis, in which the patient is not able to open the mouth. Okay, in that condition we can give that. And in case of trismus, suppose for some reason we are not able to give Vazirani echinosis also, there is something called as extraoral technique also, in which we insert the needle extraorally through the sigmoid notch यहाँ से. Okay, and we block the mandibular branch, main trunk of the mandible nerve. Okay. Another technique is we insert the needle from here. So the basic target is that we need to anesthetize the nerve. We know the position of the nerve. It is medial to the ramus. अब कहीं से भी insert करो needle, we just need to anesthetize that part of the nerve. Okay. So closed mouth technique में we have only one, that is Vazirani echinosis. And open mouth technique we have many. Inferior alveolar nerve block, the name is Halsted technique. Lingual nerve block, buccal, Gogates, mental, incisive. So I'm going to go in detail in this inferior alveolar nerve block, because this is the most common that you are going to use. Okay, बाकी सारे I'll talk, but उतना detail में नहीं जाऊँगा मैं. Okay, चल. Now we come to the inferior alveolar nerve block. Now, what are the nerves anesthetized? So you remember, कहाँ गया? Okay, so this is the inferior alveolar nerve. It goes in. We anesthetize this nerve at this point, right? Right before it enters the mandibular foramen. उसके आगे कौन सी branches हैं? We have the inferior alveolar nerve and its branches, that is the incisive and mental nerve. So the nerve anesthetized are inferior alveolar, incisive, mental. And now we have the lingual nerve, which is pretty close to the inferior alveolar nerve. Okay, so most of the time when you give an inferior alveolar nerve block, the LA solution, it flows, it diffuses to the lingual nerve also. Okay, so in majority of the cases you will see lingual nerve block also. The nerve lingual is anesthetized, but not always. That is why we always give lingual also. Okay, now areas anesthetized. मैंने जैसे बताया था last time, inferior border, inferior portion, inferior half of the ramus is supplied by the inferior alveolar nerve. So this is anesthetized. Body of the mandible is anesthetized. Teeth are anesthetized, and we have the buccal periosteum, mucoperiosteum, from the mental foramen to the midline, because this molar region is supplied by the buccal nerve. Okay, and in, as I mentioned earlier, majority of the cases lingual nerve is blocked. Okay, so we're going to see the lingual mucoperiosteum that is blocked, and we have the floor of the mouth, tip of the tongue, anterior two-third of the tongue, that will be anesthetized. Okay, so these are the areas anesthetized. Now indication. So we have a large area that is being covered by one single block. So any procedure that involves multiple teeth, that is the indication. Any soft tissue surgery anterior to the mental foramen, that is the indication. Okay, multiple teeth, buccal soft tissue anterior to mental foramen, lingual soft tissue anesthesia, that is, as I mentioned, it is not always there. So this is a very questionable indication. Book में दिया इसलिए मैंने डाला हुआ है. Okay, so contraindication, just इसमें जो contraindication बताऊंगा, it is given in every block. उसमें ये contraindication रहेगा. Like if you remember neurophysiology परसों का pH, if the site, the tissue pH where we deposit the local anesthesia, if it is acidic less than 7, okay, the efficacy of the local anesthesia is reduced. Okay, so that is one, infection or inflammation. Then if the patient in any block where the lip is anesthetized, okay, any patient where the patient is not capable enough to take care of his lip, anesthetized lip, उस पर bite कर लेगा. So a child patient or a mentally challenged patient, okay, in such patients we avoid such blocks. Okay, we try to do it with the infiltration. Okay, so alternatives, मैं इसमें ही alternative बताऊंगा. I'll show you how to think about the alternatives. बाकी किसी block में नहीं दिखाऊंगा. So you have a procedure where you want to, for some reason, patient का accident हो गया, if the patient has a laceration in the lip region, you want to suture it. So just for the lip, you don't have to give a inferior alveolar nerve block. You can just give the mental nerve block, okay, to anesthetize the lip. So depending on the condition, you can give a block. So another, if you want to operate on teeth like premolar to central incisors, okay, in any of these teeth, you don't have to give an inferior alveolar nerve block. You can go for incisive nerve block. The incentive for going for incisive nerve block in this case is it has lesser complications. Now incisive, inferior alveolar nerve block, we have complications like hematoma, trismus, facial nerve paralysis, right? Whereas incisive mein, there is only one documented complication, that is hematoma, which is also very rare. Okay, and the site of injection is easily palpable. So the success rate is almost 100% in incisive. Okay, so you have a better chance of achieving proper anesthesia with incisive as compared to inferior alveolar nerve block. Okay, then if you have a single tooth RCT कर रहे हो, then you can go for PDL injection. Then for some reason you are not able to deposit LA in the pterygomandibular space, the space where we are going to block the inferior alveolar nerve. वहाँ पे suppose there is a space infection, so we can go for Go-Gates technique or the extraoral technique. Okay, then we have, for some reason patient has a trismus. If the patient has trismus, as I mentioned earlier, we have 3 techniques available. Intraoral mein we have only one, that is Vazirani echinosi. Extraoral mein we have this technique where we insert the needle through the sigmoid notch, or one is Thomas technique, which we insert the needle at the inferior border of the mandible. Okay, medial to the inferior border of the mandible. Okay. Now, I hope you guys know what a bevel is. Needle का आगे का जो cut portion होता है. Okay, so I'll just go through what is the importance of bevel. So this is the bevel. What's going on? Okay, this is the bevel. So majority of the time when you are approaching the bone at an angulation, you have to make sure that the bevel is towards the bone. Okay, let's see. So in this case, we are approaching the bone. So this portion is the bone. This red portion is the periosteum. Now periosteum is, first of all, it has a rich blood supply. Second, it has a high sensory supply. Okay, so thoda sa bhi injury hoga, the patient will have more pain. Okay, comparatively. So when you approach the bone at an angulation, so because the bevel is towards the bone, it is going to slide. Okay, it won't tear the periosteum. That is one thing. दूसरी चीज़ मैं बाद में बताऊंगा. Then if we approach the periosteum we keep the bevel away from the bone. So directly tip is going to engage the periosteum. Okay, and it will tear it. That is one thing. Second, it might get bent. Okay, it gets bent. Now it has already, when we inserted the needle, we tore the periosteum, patient को तब pain हुआ, and the needle got bent. Okay, it is called as a barb. Now when you withdraw it, it is going to engage the soft tissue while coming out. It is going to tear the soft tissue. Because of that also, patient will have pain while withdrawal. Okay, so if we keep the bevel away from the bone, patient will have pain at two instances, when we contact the bone and while we withdraw. And if we approach the bone at a 90-degree angle, it doesn't matter क्या direction रहेगा bevel का. Okay, but you have to make sure that you contact the bone gently, pressure नहीं लगाना है. Okay, so this was the orientation of bevel. Now we come to the technique. Now landmarks. In any blocks, if you have read properly the Malamet textbook, local anesthesia textbook, in that we are given a set of landmarks in every block. So basically landmark का काम क्या है? They act as a reference point. Even in a general sense, किसी city में भी आप कोई landmark बोल रहे हैं. We use those landmarks as a reference point to reach the final destination where we want to go, right? So in this case of blocks also, we are going to use these landmarks as the reference point to make sure that our needle tip is at the point where we want it to be. Okay. So when we talk about a landmark, we need to know why we are reading about it, how to use it as a reference point. Okay. So the first landmark is coronoid notch for the inferior alveolar nerve block. So coronoid notch, as I mentioned earlier, deepest portion of the anterior border of the ramus. So what we are going to do is, पहले दूसरा बता देता हूँ, pterygomandibular raphe. So what we do is let me see, occlusal plane, जाने दो इसको, bevel. I hope you guys know all the positions. वो सब मैं नहीं जाऊँगा. And supine semipope. Okay. So what we do is, how we use the coronoid notch. We place the thumb at the coronoid notch. It is the deepest portion of the anterior border of the ramus, and we draw the line between the deepest portion of the raphe and the coronoid notch. Okay. And we divide it into 4 portions, just imaginary. Draw करते नहीं बैठना है. Okay? Of course. So, either 1/4 distance from the raphe or 3/4 distance from the coronoid notch. That is the point where we are going to insert the needle. वहाँ पे needle insert करेंगे, and this point is 6 to 10 not centimeter, it is mm. Centimeter बहुत ज़्यादा हो जाएगा, skull में चला जाएगा. This is a typo. So 6 to 10 mm above the occlusal plane. So this is how we use the 3 landmarks: coronoid notch, pterygomandibular raphe, and the occlusal plane. Okay. So this is where you insert the needle. And if you keep the barrel of the syringe, जिसमें LA load करते हैं, if we keep the barrel of the syringe at the premolar region, corner of the mouth, and if we insert the needle and we advance it, chances are, if you followed everything properly, then you are going to contact the bone, and that site will be just near the mandibular foramen. Okay. So just when you hit the bone, just withdraw 1 mm and deposit the LA 1.5 ml over a period of 60 seconds. I will tell you the importance why we have to deposit the LA at such a slow rate. Ideal rate is 1 ml per 60 seconds. You can do 2 ml per 60 seconds. वो next to next lecture में आएगा, but you'll understand. So this is the site. If we follow the technique, you're going to advance the syringe from the premolar region, and you're going to reach the mandibular foramen. Okay. So this is the injection site, and this is the inferior alveolar nerve. We are blocking it before it enters the mandibular foramen. Okay. So yeah, coming to the lingual nerve. इसमें दिख तो नहीं रहा है, but if you remember the diagram, lingual nerve is somewhere here, slightly medially. Okay, it is placed slightly more lingually and anteriorly. So what you can do is, now tell me, आप लोगों को कौन-कौन ये follow करता है that you withdraw the syringe, take it to the same side, and then deposit the LA for the lingual nerve block? अच्छे से ऊपर करो यार, खाना तो खाया ही होगा. Okay, हाथ नीचे कर. तू भी करता है अभी भी. Okay, so it is not required. If you do it, that is fine. It is not contraindicated, but it is not required. Okay. As I mentioned earlier, it is the lingual nerve is placed anteriorly and more lingually as compared to the inferior alveolar nerve. So if we withdraw in the same direction, you will be close to the lingual nerve. So you don't have to do that, taking the the syringe barrel to the same side. You can just withdraw it half the length and deposit the LA, and you will be able to block the lingual nerve. Okay, so that was your lingual nerve block. समझ आया इतना अभी तक? I hope, yeah. Yeah, so withdraw half the length and deposit the LA. Now, this is what I do in my private practice. अभी तो बंद कर दिया. But what I do usually, I give block to the patient and I ask the patient to sit outside. Okay, and in that time, during that time, I prepare for the surgery. It takes around 5 to 10 minutes to prepare, completely prepare for the surgery. उतने टाइम में पेशेंट का LA भी अच्छे से ब्लॉक हो जाता है. Even if you have not deposited the LA immediately at the mandibular foramen, even if you have deposited the LA inside the pterygomandibular space, okay, given enough time, it is going to flow throughout the pterygomandibular space and it will reach, the LA solution will reach the foramen. Okay, if you give more time. Okay, so what are the signs and symptoms? As I mentioned earlier, if you know the anatomy and the area supplied by the nerve, you will be able to easily figure out what are the signs and symptoms. Okay, so subjectives are the symptoms that are experienced by the patient. Okay, whereas objective that you see, that you check clinically. So subjective में patient को lip anesthesia रहेगा. Okay, in majority of the cases you will see the tongue anesthesia, tip of the tongue पे patient will feel numbness. That is the subjective. In objective there won't be any pain on instrumentation. That's it. Instrument से थोड़ा सा poke करके देखो, there won't be any pain. That means the LA has acted fine. Okay. And precaution. As I mentioned earlier, ज़्यादा force से needle insert नहीं करना. That will lead to more pain. And do not deposit the LA if you have not contacted the bone, because you might go into the parotid gland. That is where you might accidentally deposit the LA and lead to transient facial nerve paralysis. It is transient. 1-2 घंटे में खुद ही ठीक हो जाता है, but patient डर जाएगा. And if you are not experienced, आप भी डर जाओगे. Okay. So now we come to the point where we, even after proper technique, there is a possibility that you might hit the bone early, or you might not hit the bone at all, even after following proper technique. Okay, so there are many variables in the inferior alveolar nerve block. Okay, first is patient variable. That is, if you know, you can see the body of the mandible and the ramus, it is at an angulation. Now this angulation varies in every patient. यहाँ पे it is an average angulation that is given, but in every patient it is different. In some patient the angulation will be higher, leading to, even after a proper technique, this angulation is higher. You might not be able to contact the bone, or the angulation is less. So even after a proper technique, you might hit the bone early. Okay, that is one. Second problem हो सकती है that you don't insert the needle at the 1/4 distance from the pterygomandibular raphe. You insert the needle too laterally, then you will hit the bone early. Or if you insert the needle too close to the pterygomandibular raphe or lingual to the medial to the pterygomandibular raphe, then also it will go like this. It won't hit the bone. Okay. Another thing, एक और चीज, if we insert the needle here, but the barrel is too posteriorly, okay, of course molar, first molar या second molar के पीछे तो जा नहीं सकता, there is a lip, okay, so if the angulation is like this, you will hit the bone early. If the barrel is in the incisor region or canine region, the angulation will be like this, so it will go and it won't hit the bone. Okay, so these are many variables, but एक बार आपने needle insert कर दी, you should not take it out completely. You're going to introduce the patient to more pain if you insert the needle again. So there are tricks available that you can use to achieve proper bone contact and then deposit the LA. Even after performing these mistakes, या फिर the patient has a angulation, anatomic variation. So in this case, we have early bone contact. Okay. So what we can do, we draw the needle till the tip and then move the barrel towards the midline and then advance the needle, and you will be able to contact the bone properly and deposit the LA. Next is, we have inserted the needle. यहाँ पे I have intensely kept it at the incisor region. So when we advance the needle, we are not going to contact the bone. There is no bone contact. So we are going to pull it out till the tip and move the barrel more away from the midline, and then we hit the bone. Okay? Understood? So this is your this is what you do when you don't contact bone, or if you contact the bone too early. Okay. So what are the reason to achieve anesthesia, failure to achieve anesthesia? Do you know something called as bifid mandibular canal? सुना होगा. So उसमें बाद में if you don't deposit the LA, this is logical. If you don't deposit the LA at the proper site, you won't be able to achieve the anesthesia. But जैसा मैंने बताया, if you give it enough time, it will flow to the site and it will lead to some anesthesia. Okay, then again, too anteriorly, too inferiorly, वो जाने दो. Accessory innervation, this is important. Now, especially in the mandibular, molar and premolar region, lingually we have the mylohyoid nerve, okay, that is pretty close to the lingual cortex, okay. In some cases, the sensory fiber, usually the mylohyoid nerve is totally motor, okay, but in some rare cases it also carries some sensory fibers which are then supplied to the molars and premolars, okay. So even after a successful nerve block, okay, successful inferior alveolar nerve block, the patient might still have pain on lingual instrumentation, okay. Lingual पे आप instrument लगा रहे हो and the patient might still have pain because the chances are the patient might have accessory innervation from the mylohyoid nerve. So what you can do with for that is, जिस भी tooth में pain हो रहा है वहाँ पे आप बस lingually you infiltrate the area. That's it. Those fibers will be blocked and the patient will have no pain. That is the first thing. Second, on the buccal side, in the molar region again, we have the spinal accessory nerve. Oh, I forgot to show you this. So this is the mylohyoid nerve. It can supply the molar and premolar regions. Then we have cervical accessory nerve. That supplies the buccal aspect of the molars in rare cases. Okay. So even in those cases, if you experience pain even after proper block, long buccal and inferior alveolar nerve block, if the patient still have pain, then you'll have to infiltrate the area, immediately buccal to the tooth. Then we have the bifid and inferior alveolar nerve. There are many, almost 6 to 7 variations of bifid nerve. वो सब जानने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. You just need to understand two things. One, the nerve enters the foramen and then it divides into two, or it divides into two and then enters the foramen. So basically in first scenario there is only one foramen and then we have two nerves. Okay. In this case there is no issue because यहाँ पे एक foramen को हमने block कर दिया. We block the nerve before it enters, before it divides into two. So it doesn't cause any issue. The problem is here when it divides into two and then enters the mandible. Okay, so there are basically two mandibular foramen. So, okay, so we block one, but second is still, it is not anesthetized. So the patient will have pain because both of these are going to supply the teeth. Okay, so how do you detect this? This is only detected by the radiographs, OPG. Okay. So in this case, this is the OPG of the patient. You can see there are two mandibular canals. Easy to visualize. You can see two mandibular canals. One is at an inferior position than the normal. Okay. So if you suspect that there is a mandibular, there is a bifid mandibular canal, there is a bifid nerve. So what you can do is, you know that the other one is at a lower level. So what you can do, you can insert the needle at an inferior level. अभी तक हम क्या करें 6 to 10 mm above the occlusal plane. You can go 5 mm below that. Insert the needle and you'll be able to reach the second foramen and deposit the LA there. You'll be able to achieve anesthesia in both these. Okay? So these are the reasons. First is technique आपकी गलत है. उसका तो कुछ नहीं कर सकते, ठीक करो. Second, accessory innervation and bifid nerve. Then there is another thing. Suppose you have given the block properly, but when you try to perform any procedure in the anterior region, especially central, lateral, and in rare cases canine, patient can still have pain after successful nerve block. Okay, even if you infiltrate the buccal lingual, still there is a possibility. In the molar region का बता रहा हूँ, but anterior में there is a possibility, there is pain. क्यों? There is something called as cross innervation. Now anatomy, as I mentioned earlier, it is not absolute. There will be variations. So at the midline, we have the nerve supply coming from both the sides. Okay, so it's not that कि बीच में ये area तेरा ये, sorry, अब मेरी turn. Okay. So at the midline we have the nerve supply coming from both the sides. अब ये gang war तो है नहीं, ये area तेरा, ये area मेरा है. They both cross the midline and supply the teeth to the opposite side also. Okay. So central and lateral, and in rare cases canine also. In some cases they might have the blood supply from the opposite side, nerve supply from the opposite side. So the teeth at the anterior portion of the mandible, they might have nerve supply from two sides, from the same side and then the opposite side also. So suppose even after a successful block, if the patient have pain in the anterior region, anterior teeth, then you will have to infiltrate the midline. Midline पे आप infiltrate करोगे, all of the innervation coming from the opposite side, it will be blocked. Okay, so that is how you manage the cross innervation. समझ आया इतना? किसको नींद आ रही है? Okay, now we come to the complication. As I showed you in the video earlier, just lateral to the superior constrictor muscle, we have the medial pterygoid muscle. Okay, so again, the anatomy is not absolute. There will be some variation. Sometimes the muscle, medial pterygoid muscle, is more close to the pterygomandibular raphe. So when we insert the needle multiple times, the chances are that you injure the muscle. Medial pterygoid muscle में you are inserting the needle multiple times. Okay, so because of the multiple trauma, the muscle might go into spasm. It is like after a heavy workout, आपका next day हाथ भी सीधा नहीं हो पाता है because of muscle spasm. Once you go to sleep, okay, same day पे if you perform the multiple punctures of the muscle, okay, same day पे नहीं होगा. Once the patient sleeps, अगले दिन उठेगा मुंह नहीं खुलेगा उसका. Okay, so that is trismus. Another thing, LA, the LA that you deposit, it is myotoxic. Okay, myotoxic means it causes irritation and necrosis of the muscle fibers. Okay, so it is also a reason that if you deposit LA too close to the muscle or inside the muscle, that will lead to damage to the muscle fibers, and even that will lead to trismus. Okay, then we have hematoma. Hematoma होगा तो इसमें हम कुछ नहीं करेंगे. Actually, we'll just let it form. It will grow in size and then it will stop. Basically, we just have to make sure that the patient is comfortable. That's it. Then, one second. Hello. Lecture ले रहा हूँ. Bye. My junior. Okay, facial palsy. मैंने बताया हुआ है. क्या हुआ? Facial palsy. So we have the parotid gland at the posterior border of the ramus. So if you don't contact the bone and we just go in, all of the needle is inserted in the soft tissue and you deposit the LA without contacting the bone. So you will deposit the LA in the parotid capsule and that's where the facial nerve is. So you're going to cause transient facial nerve paralysis. Patient का facial expressions एक side के बिल्कुल नहीं होंगे. Okay, but the good thing is that it is transient. जब तक LA का इफेक्ट रहेगा, the facial nerve paralysis will be till then only, and then the patient will recover. Okay, so even in this case आपको कुछ नहीं करना है. Just tell the patient it is not that uncommon. It happens in some patients. You don't have to worry about anything. 1-2 घंटे में ठीक हो जाएगा. Just make sure if the patient wears lenses, उसको lenses निकालना है and use eye drops because patient will not be able to close his eyes. Okay, so make sure the patient uses eye drops and lubricants. Okay. So, inferior alveolar nerve block Halsted technique हो गया है. Now tell me what are the areas supplied by the nerve? I'm giving you the hint. नाम बताओ. What is this area? जोर से बोलो यार, मैं चॉकलेट भी खिलाई एनर्जी के लिए. हाँ? What is this area? जोर से मुझे नहीं सुनाई देगा. Lip region, yes. This is the buccal mucoperiosteum anterior to the mental foramen. Then we have all the teeth, body of the mandible, and majority of the cases we have lingual anesthesia also, tongue and floor of the mouth, right? But do you see this area? What about this area? इसमें अगर हमें कुछ सर्जरी करना है या और in case of surgery, if we want to extract these teeth, we are going to manipulate this buccal soft tissue in the molar region also. उसका क्या होगा? So for that, we have buccal nerve block and Gogate's nerve block. Okay. So first we'll talk about the buccal nerve block. So again, you can see the buccal nerve that is crossing the anterior border of the ramus, coming to the buccal surface of the bone and supplies the molars. Okay. In rare cases, it can supply to the premolar, second premolar also. Okay. So this is where the nerve is. So what we are going to do is, the easiest site is this. So we just insert the needle distal and buccal to the last molar. So this point is the distal and buccal to the last molar, and it is crossing the anterior border of the ramus. यहाँ पे LA deposit कर दिया, तो this all impulse that is being generated here will not be able to pass this area. So this nerve gets blocked. Okay. So patient won't have any pain in this region, buccal mucoperiosteum in this region, molar region. Okay. Sure. So it is also called a long buccal nerve block. As I mentioned earlier, it provides buccal soft tissue anesthesia in the molar region. So nerve anesthetized एक ही है, buccal nerve. Area anesthetized again, buccal mucoperiosteum in the molar region, mandibular molar region. So indication, any soft tissue surgery in the molar region, buccal portion of the buccal side of the molar region. And contraindication मैंने बताया था, infection होगा, you're not able to deposit the LA in this region because it won't work. So for that you're going to, if there is infection in the buccal region, if you want to perform surgery in that region, then you'll have to go for Goget's nerve block or the other blocks, extraoral technique जो मैंने बताया था वो. Okay, positive aspiration, it is very rare, आज तक नहीं हुआ है मेरे केस में. So technique. So area of insertion, as I mentioned, distal and buccal to the last molar. So buccal and distal to the third molar or the second molar, whichever molar is the last one. Okay. Then target area, it is the nerve as it passes the anterior border of the ramus. ये हमने discuss कर लिया already. So this is the distal and buccal to the last molar. Then we have the site of deposition of LA. That is the anterior border of the ramus where the nerve crosses the anterior border of the ramus. Okay. So landmarks बता दिया, molar and mucobuccal fold हटा दो. And in this we are approaching the bone at an angulation. So the bevel will be towards the bone. Okay. So operative position will be same. Right side पे अगर कर रहे हैं fourth quadrant में, then the operator has to sit in front of the patient. If on the left side, then the operator has to sit on the back of the patient, that is 12 o'clock or 11 o'clock position. Okay. And patient, usually I prefer it to be supine. Okay. But you can operate, you can give all the blocks, inferior alveolar and this buccal or mental incisive, keeping the patient upright also. Okay. So I might not repeat all these points, ये सारे same रहते हैं. So signs and symptoms, patient won't have any subjective symptoms. So subjective symptoms कब होते हैं? When the patient is able to move that part voluntarily. Okay. So if the lip is anesthetized, in case of inferior alveolar nerve, the patient is able to move this part, तब patient को feel होता है. Whereas the buccal region, the molar region, buccal soft tissue, patient can't move it consciously. Okay. So patient won't have any subjective symptoms. So you'll have to just check it with instrumentation. If there is no pain on instrumentation, तो नहीं है, pain नहीं है और क्या. Anyways, okay. So failure, as I said, it is very rare. Complication में hematoma है, सिर्फ नाम का है, but it usually doesn't happen. आज तक नहीं हुआ है मेरे में. Okay, now we come to the important part. ये आप लोगों को at least पता होना चाहिए. Okay, it is very important, especially the oral surgery guys and perio guys. आप लोग भी काफ़ी एक्सटेंसिव सर्जरीज करते हो, फ्लैप सर्जरीज करते हो, तो दिस कैन कम इन हैंडी. बट आई विल रन थ्रू इट प्रिटी फास्ट. सो एनाटमी भी देखेंगे. सो दिस इज द मैंडिबुलर नर्व. आई एम जस्ट शोइंग यू द रेलेवेंट ब्रांचेस, सारे नहीं दिखा रहा हूँ. सो दिस इज द मैंडिबुलर नर्व कमिंग आउट. वी हैव द इंफीरियर एल्वुलर नर्व, वी हैव द लिंगुअल नर्व, वी हैव द बक्कल नर्व दैट इज क्रॉसिंग द एंटीरियर बॉर्डर ऑफ द रेमस. देयर आर अदर नर्व्स ऑल्सो, नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट दैट. सो बेसिकली क्या होगा, व्हेन वी आस्क द पेशेंट टू ओपन द माउथ वाइड, ओके, द कॉन्डाइल is in close approximation to the anterior trunk of the mandibular nerve. Okay. So now if we ask the patient to keep the mouth open wide, and by any technique somehow we deposit the LA in this region, we'll be able to block all of the branches that come after this point. Okay. So that is the Goget's technique basically short में. Okay. बंद कर देता हूँ. Anyways. So it is a true mandibular nerve block because it usually blocks all of the sensory innervation, sensory branches of the mandibular nerve. Mandible में there are other motor branches also. We're not talking about those. It is a true mandibular nerve block because it blocks all of the sensory branches. Okay? And it has a very high success rate. अगर आपको properly technique आ गई एक बार, so you won't do any other block. आपको इतना पसंद आएगा ये. Okay. And the difficulty is that it requires a lot of experience to master this technique. Okay. Now anesthetize में क्या होगा? We have the lingual nerve, buccal nerve, mylohyoid. इस point के बाद जितनी branches आती हैं सारी nerve will be anesthetized. So inferior alveolar, lingual, buccal, usually majority of the cases में buccal, because sometimes this buccal nerve is branches out at a higher level also. So in majority of the cases, around 75% cases, buccal nerve is also anesthetized, lingual, inferior alveolar, mylohyoid, and और क्या बचा, mental, incisive, ये सारे. Okay, once you know the branches, ये सारी चीज़ें याद करने की ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ती है. Okay, so this was your site of injection. Nerve anesthetized बोल दिया. So area that is anesthetized with this one injection technique, जिसमें हम सिर्फ 1.5 ml LA दे रहे हैं, which is similar to that of inferior alveolar nerve block. उसमें we are giving all of the lingual tissue that is blocked, buccal tissue, all of the mandible is blocked, buccal mucoperiosteum is also blocked. Okay, in majority of the cases, 75% cases, buccal is also blocked. Okay, and lip. So half of the mandible is totally blocked with just one technique. Okay, so it can come in handy if you find it difficult to give inferior alveolar nerve block or lingual or buccal, or if you want to perform an extensive surgery, by jaw surgery कर, by jaw as in दोनों side का, third and fourth quadrant दोनों कर रहे हो आप. Okay, and if you want to avoid toxicity, okay, मेरे केस में हो चुका है, मैंने patient में toxicity भी किया हुआ है. So you can go for go gates because the total amount of LA that you are administering to the patient is less. Okay, now contraindication, again if there is infection at the site of the injection, okay, then there is lip anesthesia. Okay, so in case of children or mentally challenged patient, we are going to avoid this block. Or if you give the block, make sure that the patient is under your observation or any adult supervision. Okay, so as I mentioned, it has a high success rate. It requires only one injection and सारे nerve sensory branches are blocked, and aspiration rate is low. It is very successful. Okay, yeah, I forgot to mention this point. Inferior alveolar nerve block में there was bifid in bifid mandibular canal, bifid nerve. In that we had to give another block to block the second one, the one that was at a low position. Whereas in this case, we are depositing the LA before the nerve divides into two, right? So even if there is bifid inferior alveolar nerve, we have a successful block with only one injection technique. Okay. The problem with this is, as the trunk is thick. Okay. Now remember this: when the LA acts, the LA molecules, they have to travel into the nerve. Okay, through the nerve fibers, and it has to reach the core fibers. सारे fibers block होंगे, then only the patient will have the pulp anesthesia also. Okay. Now in this case, the nerve will be very thick because we are targeting the nerve at a very higher level. Okay. So the nerve is very thick, and it will take a longer duration for the to achieve pulpal anesthesia. Okay, but if you follow my technique, block देके patient को बाहर बिठा दो and prepare for the surgery, हो जाएगा. Okay, and it requires a lot of practice, experience to learn this technique. But once you learn it, you won't do anything else. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, we are going to deposit the LA. The target site is the anterior portion of the condylar neck. Okay, this, and a landmark, we have this area, इसके tragus के just नीचे, this is called as intertracheal notch and the corner of the mouth. These are the extraoral landmarks. I'll show you how to use these landmarks. Intraoral में we have the mesiopalatal cusp of the second molar. It is going to ascertain the height at which we are going to insert the needle. ये भी बताऊंगा मैं. Wait. So this is not important. Orientation of bevel, because we are approaching the condylar neck at almost 90 degree. It is not 90 degree but almost 90 degree. So we can disregard the direction of the bevel. Okay. So what you are going to do is, extraoral landmarks जो है, the corner of the lip and the intertracheal notch, you are going to draw again an imaginary line. असली में line draw नहीं करना है, but you can try शुरू में if the patient allows. Okay, so basically आपको करना क्या है, this is how you use the extraoral landmarks, corner of the mouth and intertracheal notch पे we draw an imaginary line. Intraorally we use the mesiopalatal cusp of the second molar. इस level पे we are going to insert the needle. Remember this, we are not going to insert the needle buccal to the second molar. We are just keeping it here just to see कि किस height पे होगा. Then we move it posteriorly. Okay, distal to the last molar. We move it distal to the last molar. At the same height, we insert the needle. Okay, at the medial to the ramus. Okay, so basically आपको इसमें करना क्या है? You're going to target आपका needle, keeping it parallel to this. You're going to target the ear. कान की तरफ अगर नीडल आपने डायरेक्ट करी, बीच में कॉन्डाइल आ जाएगा, एंड देन यू डिपॉजिट द एलए. शॉर्ट में बताऊं तो ये है टेक्निक. सो यू ड्रॉ द इमेजिनरी लाइन, यू असर्टेन द हाइट यूजिंग द mesiopalatal cusp of the second molar, and then once you have ascertained the height, you move it distally, you insert the needle at that height at the medial surface of the ramus, distal to the last molar. Insert karo, keep it parallel to this line, and you will surely hit the condylar neck and deposit the LA. Okay? So this is where we block all of the mandible. We achieve the total mandibular nerve block. So subjective में क्या क्या आएगा? We have the lip anesthesia. So lip numbness will be there, tongue numbness will be there. Okay? इसको बोल दो पीछे जाके सो जाए. You go back. सोना है तो सीरियसली आप पीछे जाके सो जाओ. Okay. And objective, of course, there won't be any pain while instrumentation. Okay, when you poke the soft tissue with the instrument, there won't be any pain. Okay. Again, the precaution: do not deposit LA if the bone is not contracted. The same thing as inferior alveolar nerve block, Holster technique. Failure to achieve anesthesia. इसमें if you deposit the LA too less, as I mentioned earlier, we need the nerve trunk is thick, so you're going to deposit at least 1.5 ml of the LA solution to achieve profound anesthesia. आप उससे कम करोगे, there won't be enough LA to travel inside the nerve trunk. You won't be able to achieve proper pulpal anesthesia. Okay, then there is a possibility that there is nerve anatomic variation. As I mentioned earlier, the anatomy is never absolute. There will be some variation. Angulation of the ramus will be higher. Along with the angulation of the ramus, condyle भी तो साथ में जाएगा ना. And then angulation of the condyle, anatomy will be slightly different in every patient. So there is anatomic variation. So this is what I always say to my PGs. Master the technique. उसके बाद अगर fail हो रहा है, blame it on the patient's anatomy. एक बार आपकी टेक्निक सही हो गई ना, और अगर फिर भी LA ब्लॉक नहीं हो रहा है, पेशेंट की एनाटमी सही नहीं है. Okay? So complication में hematoma, it is usually by the internal maxillary artery, but it is very rare. Trismus is also very rare. If you don't contact the bone and you go into posterior and deposit the LA, you might block the third, fourth and sixth cranial nerves, and that will lead to the symptoms of diplopia, blepharoptosis. Okay, tongue twister है. तो उसमें क्या होता है, just eyebrow है ना upper, it droops down. So these are very rare if you follow the technique. नहीं होता है. Okay? शॉर्ट है, बहुत जल्दी जाऊंगा मैं अब. सो नाउ वाजिरानी एक्टिनोसिस आप लोगों ने पढ़ा होगा. इन दिस व्हाट वी डू, द पेशेंट इज नॉट एबल टू ओपन द माउथ प्रॉपर्ली. ओके, सो वी जस्ट रिट्रैक्ट द चीक रीजन. वी आस्क द पेशेंट टू क्लेंस द टीथ बट नॉट टू टाइट, एंड वी आस्क द पेशेंट टू रिलैक्स द मसल्स. ठीक है. इन दिस द लैंडमार्क्स आर, डू यू नो व्हाट अ म्यूकोबक्कल जंक्शन, म्यूकोजिंजाइवल जंक्शन इज? द जंक्शन वेयर द अटैच्ड जिंजाइवा एंड द फ्री म्यूकोजा meet. Okay, so at the level of mucogingival junction in the second and third molar region, we keep it parallel to the occlusion plane and we insert the needle just distal to the इसको क्या बोलते हैं, सेकेंड मोलर के पीछे क्या होता है, थर्ड मोलर के पीछे, tuberosity, right? Tuberosity. So we just insert the needle at distal to the tuberosity in the soft tissue that is medial to the ramus. Okay, if we go straight, I'll show you the variation. So we just insert the needle like this. Okay, if you view it now, so the needle, if we insert the needle like this, the needle is slightly higher to the mandibular foramen, right? So it has a higher chance of blocking lingual nerve also, because at this level we have the lingual nerve separating out. So when we deposit the LA here, it has a higher chance of blocking lingual and the inferior alveolar nerve both. Okay. Now, there's a modification given by Wolf. What he advised was bending the needle 45 degrees. Okay. But if remember one thing, पहले दिखा देता हूँ. So what he did was, अभी तक क्या किया था हमने, when we inserted, ideally we are going straight and the ramus is angulated. The needle is like this. There will be some distance between the bone and the needle, right? So there is a possibility that you might not be able to deposit the LA exactly near the bone. Okay. So to prevent that, Wolf recommended that we bend the needle by 45 degrees. ये 45 degrees नहीं है, 45 degrees बहुत ज़्यादा होता है, but I didn't do that. So if you see this, if we insert and we needle, so it is closer to the bone now. But wherever in any object, wherever there is a bend, it becomes weak. It is a point of failure. So the chances of fracture in this region is higher. उसके लिए there is a Zimbrans modification. We don't bend it at a sharp angle, we curve it. Okay, this is what I do. So Now there is no sharp angle, so it won't fracture. So उसको बस insert it. So it will be closer to the bone also and fracture भी नहीं होगा. This is what I do. Anyways, so history, we'll skip the history. So in this, what are the nerves anesthetized? Lingual, inferior alveolar की जो branches हैं, mental and incisive. These are the nerves that are anesthetized. Areas anesthetized, हर बार repeat करते हैं. Lip, teeth, body of the mandible, lingual soft tissue, that is floor and the tongue. Okay? Oh, indication, बाकी सारे तो indication है ही, but the special indication of this is trismus. Okay, or in some cases the patient is too fat and उसकी वजह से we are not able to visualize the landmark properly. तब भी we can go for Vazirani Akinosi technique. And again contraindication जो मैंने बताया था, again if there is infection at the site of injection, medial to the ramus, then we are not going to go with this technique. We can go for Vazirani Akinosi or the not Vazirani, Gogetz or extraoral. Now Gogetz नहीं दे पाएंगे because we were considering this because there was trismus. अब ये नहीं दे सकते तो there is only one technique available, either not one, two, either extraoral through the sigmoid notch or Thomas technique. There is something called as Thomas technique, जिसमें we insert the needle from the medial to the ramus, medial to the ramus at the inferior border of the mandible. Anyways, again the patient who is at a risk of self-injury, children or mentally challenged patient. Okay, advantages: it is relatively atraumatic, aspiration rate the same as that. And it is successful because we are depositing the LA at a higher level, not at the foramen. So we are anesthetizing the nerve before it divides into two, before it becomes bifid nerve. Okay, so even in case of bifid nerve, we achieve proper anesthesia. And disadvantage, of course, needle is away from the wound. First of all, it will be difficult to visualize the depth of insertion. Now, when the patient opens the mouth wide, you know कितना needle अंदर जा रहा है. Whereas in this, we are retracting the cheek. बट पेशेंट का मुंह पूरा ओपन नहीं है, सो यू वोंट बी एबल टू विजुअलाइज कितना नीडल अंदर तक गया है. सो दैट इज अनदर थिंग. ओके, एंड वन थिंग, वाइल यू इंसर्ट द नीडल, द बेवल शुड बी अवे फ्रॉम द बोन. मैं दिखाता हूँ, इसमें दिया है मैंने. सो हियर इफ यू सी द बेवल इज अवे फ्रॉम द बोन दिस साइड. आई विल टेल यू द रीजन. सो if there is a angulated structure, if I push it against this surface, क्या होगा? It will be deflected this side, right? समझ आ रहा है? So the same thing, if we insert the bevel away from the bone and we insert the needle, so as it is constantly in contact with the tissue, this, because of this bevel, this slanting surface, the needle is slightly deflected more laterally. Okay, that is why we need to keep the bevel away from the bone. ये सब बोल दिया मैंने. So that was the technique actually. We keep the needle parallel to the mucogingival junction. This is the molar tuberosity. नहीं, mucogingival junction कहाँ गया? नहीं है. Anyway, yeah. So we have the mucogingival junction, attached gingiva जहाँ पे खत्म होता है, and where the free mucosa starts. That is the mucogingival junction. We keep the needle at the level of mucogingival junction in the second and third molar region. And we try to keep it parallel to the occlusal plane, and we insert the needle distal to the tuberosity, maxillary tuberosity, medial to the ramus. Okay, and we advance it. So this is how the needle is positioned, and we deposit the LA. Now we come to the mental and incisive. खत्म होने वाला है. So I'll give you a refresher. You see the nerve coming out from the mental foramen. That is the mental nerve block, not nerve, mental nerve. Okay, and the nerve that continues inside the bone, inside the canal, that is the incisive nerve. Okay, again, just for your information, canal change नहीं हो रहा है. Canal is one single canal, but beyond this point, the same canal is called as incisive canal. उसके पहले it is mandibular canal. Okay, so you just need to know that out of the foramen the mental nerve comes out, whereas inside we have the incisive nerve. So we just if we want to block the mental nerve, you just have to make sure that you find the mental foramen. Mental foramen, if you want to locate the mental foramen, one technique is that you take a radiograph, उसमें दिख जाएगा. Usually it is at the apex of first and second premolars. Okay, if you take the IOP of that region, you will be able to pinpoint the precise location of the mental foramen. That is one. Second, what you can do, you can use your finger and palpate from the canine. Keep your finger in the buccal sulcus, labial sulcus, and we palpate this area and we go posteriorly till the molars. Okay, you will feel the depression. It is a very prominent depression. Once you feel the depression, that is where the mental foramen is. So just identify the location and then deposit the LA. Now, what you're going to do, you're not going to insert the needle vertically, okay? Because ऐसे डालोगे patient के आँख के सामने रहेगा, it is more psychologically traumatic. So keep it angled. So you're going to insert the needle in the premolar region, in the sulcus, and you advance the needle to the foramen and deposit the LA. So ये सारा वही रहेगा. So you're going to palpate the foramen, locate the foramen, or you can use the radiograph to locate the foramen, and then deposit the LA at the side. So इसमें जो दिखाया है, don't do that. Keep this needle at an angulation like this. Keep it out of the patient's sight. Okay. So what will be the areas anesthetized by the mental nerve? The nerve is coming out and it is supplying the soft tissue, that is the labial, mucoperiosteum and the lip. Okay. So if we block the nerve, we are going to achieve the anesthesia of the soft tissue, mucoperiosteum anterior to the mental foramen in the premolar region to the central incisor, midline. Whereas if we somehow convert it to mental incisive nerve block, so even the teeth and the body of the mandible will be anesthetized. Up, we have already deposited the LA here, right? So we just need to figure out how to force this solution inside the canal. Okay, अंदर nerve है ही. So if we somehow force the solution inside the canal, we'll be able to achieve the incisive nerve block. So इसीलिए मैंने दोनों साथ में बताया, because the technique is almost the same with just one variation. Mental nerve में we palpate, we locate the foramen and we deposit the LA. ठीक है? To convert it to incisive nerve block, just apply pressure for 2 minutes over the foramen extraorally. ऐसे दबा के रखो. Don't massage. बहुत लोग ऐसा करते हैं. Just apply pressure with the thumb or the finger. So what you're going to do is, यहाँ पे LA deposit करके you're going to apply pressure. You're going to force the solution inside the canal. Okay? Now the nerve beyond this point is blocked. It is anesthetized. So we are converting the mental nerve block to the incisive nerve block. Logical? Now these are honorary mentions जो मैंने बताया. This is the Thomas technique. In this what we do, just मैं roughly बता देता हूँ. We just draw an imaginary line between the tragus and the anterior border of the masseter muscle. When we clinch, you will be able to feel the muscle here. So you can draw an imaginary line between the 2 points, and उसके midpoint से we draw perpendicular down to the inferior border of the ramus. Okay? So this point just medial to the ramus is going to be the insertion point of the needle, and ये जो length है, this is the length that we are going to insert the needle. इतनी length needle हम insert करेंगे, and at this point we have the foramen on the medial surface. That's it. Simple है. Okay? Then we have another technique, extraoral technique. We insert the needle through the sigmoid notch and we block the mandibular nerve. Okay? You. Okay, any questions?